Okay, you can call the meeting to order.
Okay, so the meeting order.
But what the hell, right?
Yeah.
You only go all one.
Correct.
And
We'll start with the reading and approval of minutes for our December 18th, 2025 meeting. I need a motion to accept.
I'll make that motion.
Second, in favor? Aye. For the finance report.
I've read and reviewed the report, so I would like to make a motion on the check detail report as presented.
Give a second on that. All those in favor?
Aye. And I have read and reviewed and would like to make a motion on the cash flow statements to accept as presented.
Okay. Second on that. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
and just a note that I've started the audit work. They'll be reviewing all the files that I'm sending them February 2nd. So I will keep you updated on the audit.
All right.
Okay, so moving on to projects and pilot updates. The first item is the Bailey Street parcel, and we've discussed that as the Bailey Street Business Park. There are 3 owners there improving sites. And in, I'm sorry, Maggie, I'll have to email this to you. I got it today. Day Ross Holdings sent us a purchase offer for the Bailey Street parcel for the 11 acres. And we had discussed possibly selling it to him. The offer value is at 10,000 an acre. There are 3 acres that are, there's an easement with Chippy, he's aware of that. He plans on expanding his site, which is adjacent for his. And I drive and expand across the street to the other sites.
So this is going to be an offer, not an option.
Right,
Right,
there,
and-
it'll go to closing as soon as we can set it up with their attorney and our attorney.
Does anybody, we have had discussions on this. Does anybody have anything they want to say or input on this?
What value wise, I'm not familiar with it. Locally, what do you?
10,000 acre, in my opinion, is a good offer for
So-
vacant,
Not a
vacant
low
land.
ball.
No, I think it's a.
Our most recent purchase was 5,000 an acre for habitat land.
Okay.
We purchased it for 5,000. I mean, it's a large lot up there, but
Yeah.
that was one comparison.
Yeah, I mean, of course, values can be subjective based on lots of things,
Sure,
but this
it's not a low ball.
I consider unentitled land and what our end stuff we're selling is all entitled land, shovel ready. It's not actually shovel ready land at this price. So I personally think it's a good offer.
Right, so this was the one that we had donated to us. It was split, so the town got a portion of it to build the town hall, and then we have the back portion. This is where we were gonna do battery storage. This is, I feel like, a next best use is development, economic development, so.
Coming around the tracks there where the culvert got put in.
Right, so the 3 acres right on the railroad are.
He wants a roadway in it along there that cuts back then into
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, so it'll be like an L from his property where U-Haul and the big building is, and then, well, to the right if you're looking at it.
April, what did you say the gentleman's business is? What was he seeking to expand to the property?
Ross Holding, he does tenant roofing. So-
Right.
Yeah, so it's the pressed roofing, and then he's partnering up with Brian Eck on using other parts of the building for storage, the existing building. So he'll move his tenant into the new expanded area. But this was, we discussed the kind of the Bailey Street Business Park a couple months ago where Ted Kennedy, who owns the old G&H building, he's expanding. He's looking at moving his business. Right now, he just has offices in there. And then Brian Eck owns the building, the old mushroom plant that Serta was in temporarily. And he is looking to sell half the building and expand there. So accelerator space, other startup companies, that's what they're looking at.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Private, they're
works for
doing
me.
their own thing and.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need a motion to
Approve the sale. Yep.
Approve the
I'll
sale.
make the motion to approve the
I'll
sale.
second it.
One second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Moving on to our housing update discussion. James and I presented to the town the packet that you received. James mostly did the talking on, presenting the reports, the studies that have been done, and the shortage in Greene County. So, workforce and senior housing is the main topic, and encouraging the town to go pro-housing. Um, based on there's grants and fundings that are available from the state. The county has developers approaching them about different housing developments. The IDA has already talked to the town about our 10 acres. So this is just the next necessary kind of step to make sure that they're supporting housing and where they want it, we're doing the comprehensive plan also with the town and village. So in the numbers, what stuck out mostly is, there's like 1,000 unit shortage for senior housing. So if we produce that, then they might move out of their single family homes, that becomes inventory for workforce housing. But there's just a huge skew in numbers. So, if you look at the one with the graph, there's two family income at about 104,000, that's workforce, AMI. And then the next page that jumps out is the 400,000, that number is the average sale of a home in Greene County right now. So. Can't afford it, that's that's currently the average.
Yeah, lack of.
Yes, of a starter family home.
That's, oh, man.
I wonder if that's gotta be skewed by a handful of.
Okay, so it's skewed by people coming up from the city and making this their primary residence.
Yep.
And they have larger income from city jobs or other jobs that they can work from home now. So, yes, the
It's-
numbers have,
It looks, when you just look at stuff for sale, it looks a little higher than, but a lot of stuff for sale is, you don't see much, in
On the lower end.
yeah, you're in the mid threes or whatever.
I can't believe the number against.
I know, we're all in shock.
Yeah, we're getting old,
Always.
that's why.
Yeah.
We were around when you could buy a
Back in
house
my
for
day,
$100,000.
but a pickup truck can cost you $100,000 now, which is insane,
Yeah.
right? So, I don't know.
so. Our goal, things are, my goal is just to get approval from the town that someone move forward with pro-housing. The village is doing pro-housing resolutions. It's really paperwork. And going to their CO or,
Planning board?
yeah, the planning board,
Yeah.
they already have probably 1% new houses coming online within the next 3 years, just because of UMH.
Were there planning board members at this meeting?
We presented to the town board,
Okay.
so that's where it starts with the
Okay.
resolutions. Not exactly sure what the next step, but James gave them links and things like that, so that they can look up what other communities are doing. We were very encouraged because we discussed our 10 acres, which is in walking distance
Yeah.
to those companies. So James mentioned, if we want 250 new employees within the old Save-A-Lot building, we need a place for them to live.
Yeah.
So,
At least half of them anyway.
Right.
Or even if it's a quarter, it fills up the entire complex, right?
Did they have any comments?
they did not have any questions or comments at that time.
Is there anything in the
No,
code
no.
that can stop it?
Stop what? Stop
Those-
building?
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
the
think there
zoning
is.
can be an issue, so that's why we were encouraging.
Yeah.
Tell us where you want it, we'll put it in the comprehensive plan, so that it's not,
what's the
Volume.
zoning there? Is it only industrial or there's mixed use, I thought?
the front of our,
Where the 10 acre piece there, yeah,
it's zoned, commercial retail,
yeah.
so we wanna get it zoned
Okay.
mixed use.
So presently, actually, there is a zoning problem there. That I thought it was, I
I
thought it
thought
was
we were
mixed
gonna
use.
go forward, and try to get that resolved.
We
Yeah,
are, but we
yeah,
don't
yeah.
wanna just present that one spot, if we
Yeah.
can get all of
Straight
them
up the whole
changed.
kind of corridor, yeah.
I
that's right.
see.
Yeah, I remember discussing that.
Right, so like
Yeah.
the Woods property across the street, they have a 1960 parcel
Yeah.
behind them that they would love to do housing with a developer.
Mhm.
And all of our infrastructure that we've brought up 20 years ago is,
Mm.
that's perfect area, so if we can get it all
Yeah.
taken care of at the same time. Instead of doing any spot zoning, because
Yeah.
most
I
planning
think-
boards frown.
Because their property, the back end of it, well, I can't think of the name of that road that's back there, that dead ends back
Yeah,
there.
I know it. I know
But
it.
you could technically extend that road,
Right.
and it's actually not a bad
Yep.
extension for housing, because everything's probably already there, you just gotta extend it down that line.
I feel positive, a lot of nodding and acceptance of the numbers. It's not a Greene County problem, it's a state and national.
Sure.
Like there's a housing shortage.
I mean, you can expect pushback, there's gonna be
Yeah.
pushback, but I think it's.
But if
Yeah.
they just need to know that they have a say of where the housing or an apartment would go, and it could look just like Aaron's, across from the senior center of, townhouses and things like that in certain spots.
Yeah.
Um,
You can see it in lots of places, it's not unusual, so.
Right, so yes, this first step is just doing the pro housing designation and then moving on to zoning and then showing them examples of. what the-
Concepts, yeah.
The concept idea, so.
Yeah.
I left the meeting feeling good that we're on the next correct step.
Do you know, what's the timing for the planning board to finish the comprehensive plan? Is there,
We'll probably have, the public hearings this summer, so, I have a spreadsheet, I'll send it to you, I think it's October.
is when they'll have it?
The whole document should be done by the end of, yeah. Um. Any other questions? Nope. Okay. So the parks update, I don't even know how to present. it. So I had somebody call me regarding farming our empty parcels. So currently what I do is I pay to brush hog. So this could be a win-win. They farm, they put in wheat for a season. That means they disc and plow for me. And we've done this in the past, like a long time ago, like over 25 years ago, like Peter Mark Creek time. So the Prescott and Dunn parcels became the Green Business Park. And before we started the business park, we had it being farmed so that it didn't become very wet and overgrown. That's why I brush hog, to keep it from reverting back to wetlands. Instead of me going out and brush hogging, this farmer offered to plant wheat or some, single crop.
They do soybeans sometimes, it's.
Right, so just a single use crop, I would have to talk to Paul, and Renee gave me ideas of what could go in the contract. If I had somebody who wanted to build, which this summer I don't, like even when we have options, I'm not sure I'd be ready to build this summer, that we would make them whole, for whatever crop they put in. They would pull it out and disc the property.
You would just precondition that they couldn't, take them, start work till the
Right.
crop is up.
Oh, so we could do it that way too.
Yeah, they're right.
So,
Yeah, one way or the other, if we had to take the land back, we'll get it
Right.
back.
So,
Uh,
for example, the 26 acres we were talking to Build with Nature, they are waiting on NYSERDA for their grants. They are actually gonna be renting space on Bailey Street for their temporary buildup. And they're not gonna be ready this summer.
Yeah.
And they haven't signed an option either, but like I don't wanna hold up a company for farming, but.
Not the front parcels behind the white fences, more.
No, that belongs to the Dowadies. So I'm talking about, if you're looking at the old Save-A-Lot building to the north or left,
Yeah,
that huge field
Yeah.
is ours. It's 26 acres. It extends back to the Green Land Trust land. So the Green Land Trust land, once in a while, they mow nice little paths for walking paths, but that front parcel is ours. And I believe I spent about $4,000 brush hogging it last season, for one-time use. So, and when we had archaeology done, Renee's told me now that there are some ruts and rivets and where they did the archaeology, so it'd be nice to have the farmer come in and disc and plow
Yeah.
and put down the prop. And
Definitely the
that-
best thing you can do with vacant land, if you have somebody that can keep it, whether you're
Yeah.
paying it or disking it, disking it, the best.
Sure.
you want to be mindful, there's gonna be some erosion, there's gonna be some wash off, some runoff, it's gonna generate, there could be a lot of dust in the dry season, it's gonna be pushed around the park. Just not saying no, but those are certain things to be mindful of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that, we could say you have to stay on that portion of the land, away from the front where there's, adjacent to the Save-A-Lot building. but I could talk to him.
Renee would know the topography and
Yeah.
drainage and ditching back there.
Yeah, so I know as there's a, what you call it, not a, it dead ends right there where the walking trails start, kind of. That portion is higher, so it drains to the north. Because we were talking about putting in a road or a driveway. So we could say, you have to be on the lower level part of it. But yeah, I could talk to Renee more about topography.
I think that's a good idea.
Just be
Yeah.
mindful of this.
Okay.
Yeah. We
Okay.
should have our maps up there. It'd be a lot easier to have maps up there.
Would you like to see that? I don't have a topography map.
We're over it now, but.
Yeah, right, I know.
Yeah,
Where is this guy?
Where is it? We
My
got, I
business
can't
is now.
figure out what area we're talking.
I was
Oh, there we go.
2005. Skinny fragile. Okay, so this is Winstanley's building. This is the 26 acres that I'm talking about. So as you come in, this is their little cul-de-sac, but as you come in here, it dead ends at the end of Technology Drive. So we could say,
Yeah, you
Back
could just do a
acres.
swap through. This is
Yeah.
probably wet down here because it's towards the creek, but,
Mhm.
well, not so much. That's a railroad track,
Yeah.
right?
well, yeah,
Yeah,
so
what,
this
as long as like,
This
it's not on
is
top of,
future
on top of the
discussion.
other, create a buffer.
This area here, there's an easement, an AT&T old line easement. And then the Greene Trust,
Just,
Oh.
are these the tracks?
that's the tracks and that's the
Okay.
creek.
Yeah,
And then this, they do mow, around this area. I was thinking about just doing a boundary line adjustment and giving this little parcel to the land trust as well, because you can't build on it. There's a lot of easements, sorry about that too. But that's a future discussion, because right now, Build with Nature does not need. They would just probably put parking or some kind of storage buildings in the back, but, the Green Land Trust would love it. Because right now, there's like a narrow area where it's, wet, like you said, near the creek, and then only a small area for walking or bike path or
yeah,
whatever.
the year goes by pretty fast. By the time a guy puts the crops in and harvest crops and
Yeah.
the whole process
You're
of
ready to build.
doing
yeah,
something, it takes.
You're gonna know it's coming.
Yeah,
plenty of time.
more than able
We
to get
reached out
stuff
to
in.
Yeah.
definitely not ready this.
Do we have someone that's expressed an interest? in it?
Build with Nature.
Yeah,
The
nature,
straw panel.
yeah. It's the company that would buy it is Nature, not Bellwood Nature,
Okay.
but that's, neither here nor there. But, yeah, they're nowhere,
Not
near,
close, yeah.
no,
Yeah,
Who's the interested farmer? Who you're saying?
Yeah, our bias.
how many acres does he want?
Here, we haven't discussed it yet. I was gonna walk out there, but I was waiting on a board meeting. I should have board approval before we tear up the land. It's sitting there, vacant, right? But this would be a nice area. And then, this 14 acres, depending on Mike Cleary and the option and the hotel and the money.
That's in front of Serta, right?
Yeah, so that's Serta, Empire Merchants North. This is all just flat, and I've had that brush hog too.
Where's our 10 acres that was?
Right. Just little guy.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so that's in front of Serta. We have 1.7 acres available, and then we have the 4.2 acres available. That's where the Schmidt house was, and that's something else. Maybe, what?
Is that correct?
The Schmidt house was demolished, yeah, for insurance purposes, because it was
Yeah.
filling up with water underneath and
And just stuff.
is there a
Vacant.
barn still up there though, or
there's
just?
a bunch of trees,
Bunch
so
of
I
stuff.
was thinking about
Sorry.
maybe spending some money and getting it more pad ready. Or,
Just bring a bulldozer in and clean it up?
yeah,
Yeah,
but we have other stuff.
Yeah.
We can focus on.
yeah.
That 4.2 acres is a nice parcel of land. It's jungly looking to me, so.
Yeah.
I thought maybe we could clean it up a little bit. I don't want to
Is
take
that
down all
an
the trees.
economic development term, jungly?
Yeah. Well, that's my mom's term. She just moved to Florida and she's like, I have a jungle in my backyard, and I'm like, yeah,
It paints the picture.
forestry.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, so yes, on the farming, we'll talk about the line boundary adjustment and the 4.21 acres to get ready. but,
Oh, that's the chippy.
no, that is a AT&T easement line that was there years ago. Um. Still exists, but we were thinking, the reason this is so oddly cut was we were avoiding wetlands and we donated this land to the land trust. So I'm thinking we just cut that off and sell the usable property.
Yeah.
Makes more sense, and then the Green Land Trust would be happy with their new
These
area, yeah.
shorter down won't be heavy.
I love
Happy
the
it's gonna be.
right, the little thirds.
So sand,
Okay.
Sandy's, that's sand.
Okay.
Actually got it, so.
Always.
Okay,
Oh,
and the signs are up, they don't have the companies in yet. For the business parks, we have the new, I don't know if you've driven by there, but the new Green Business Park signs are up.
Yeah, it looks.
We had. First the ground froze, then we had that windy, we couldn't get them up, but they're up, and
That's a nasty one.
the company's names will go in soon. So we're good. Next is, hotel closing. Did their attorney call my attorney?
No.
Okay, I will get on that. We're looking at it end of February, early March. And John Joseph is supposed to get me an official groundbreaking day that their contractor is going to be there. I'll get some shovels, spray paint them gold. We'll have like a little official ceremony. We haven't had one in a long time, so.
Who's the GC on?
I don't know yet. John Joseph hasn't got me the final information on the contractors, but he's supposed to be getting me the official date. The last piece was the SWIP, so I'm just waiting to get that final. Hey, the engineers are good. Delaware's approved it and their engineers got them the comments. But we have satisfied our side. Anything else? Any other topics?
No.
These are all the minutes. If you could just look at them. The last month was a Zoom, so I just need initials and signatures.
On all three of these?
Yep. And Maggie, I will send you your disclosure forms. I can drop them in the mail to you.
Okay,
That's on your bill.
No rush.
We're waiting for oil analysis. I did it on both
Then,
engines, both.
if there's
engines and the generator,
nothing
just
else,
Kind of a
We
standard.
can adjourn.
The disclosure forms?
So moved.
Oh, you didn't have one, sure.
Yeah, it's only got 1,300 hours on it. That's very low hours.
What's he got?
Okay, thank you, Maggie.
It's running the,
thank you, everybody. Have a good week.
yeah.
You too. Bye.
Solid motors.